Hi, in previous video we just created a project, a user, gave him a role and created an empty pipeline called my pipeline. And then we logged in by pressing continue. The very first screen you'll see is just this empty solo experiment. So let's try to make this into a proper pipeline. So we press edit and edit pipeline. Here we can add all kind of experiments, for example right here, but for this simple video, we're just going to make a single solo experiment in this pipeline. So we take this one and we give some kind of title. So this is going to be my wind experiment. And the first section you see is an optional section where you can write instructions, and that is because the instructions sometimes are very strange or can be, for example, non-technical, like go to the second floor, turn on the printer. And then we have three sections that look very similar. It's the box section, input section, and output section. So the box section is meant to have files regarding the model itself. That could, for example, be a section called the model, and we can have a section called configuration files. It is fully up to the researchers to make the proper modularity for their experiments. Often we would make a section for files that change together. So let's make an independent input because we only have a single experiment, so there's nothing to depend on. We just call it wind params. And let's make an output block. So before I make this block, let me just show how the output of this sample model is going to look like. It will output a single folder called output. So one might believe that it would be appropriate to say add output and just call it the output. But if we look at the output, we can see that most of these models researchers are using output several different kinds of stuff. It can be models, it can be results. So this one outputs something that is related to renewable energy and something that is not. So we're going to make two blocks. So one for the non-renewable and one for the renewable energy. That also means that we can track the outputs that are meant to be collected together. So let's say done editing, and we can start utilizing this small pipeline. And I'm going to show you the example with the outputs. There will be another video explaining third of these data locations, but we can simply say add folder, and we can point at this folder. Because we don't have to pick the main, we can simply expand it and say select this folder, and then we can give it a label. I'll just accept what it said, and I'll do the same for the other folder. Great. This is the short version of a pipeline. There'll be another video going into depth into each single thing that I clicked on.